Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Christiana Davidson. I'm a psychotherapist and a hypnotherapist. And on this channel, we talk about all things to do with the impact of dysfunctional family systems, especially narcissistic ones, on adults in later life. Excuse me today, I haven't got any makeup on. I've got a bit of a sty in my eye, so apologies for my appearance, and not that you can probably see it anyway, but you know what it's like when it's you. One imagines that it's very obvious. um, the topic for today now is all about sharing either good news or bad news with your family of origin, and how, when you come from a narcissistic family system, that's often quite an anxiety evoking experience. So, without further ado, let's dive straight in. If you come from a narcissistic family, then sharing anything about your life, excuse me, with other family members is unsafe, whether it's good news or it's bad news. I mean, you may have just had a promotion at work, or you've done something courageous. You've stepped out of your comfort zone in some way, or you've achieved something, in your personal life even. And your desire, first of all, naturally is like, oh, share it with my loved ones or with my family. That's what most of us think of first when we have something that we want to share, something good that's happened. Um, but the thing is, as soon as you come to do this with your narcissistic family members, uh, you may find that you instantly think, "Oh my goodness, what was I thinking?" There's an anxiety that comes up with it, and it feels unsafe. And the reason it feels unsafe is because it is. You see, if it is good news that you're sharing with your family of origin, say your narcissistic parent, uh, you know, chances are they might be, oh, praising you for it. Um, you know, and the praise that they use can feel a bit sort of disconnected somehow. It doesn't feel real. It feels a bit fake. It's almost as if they're saying what they should be saying. And it may feel you leaving a little bit sort of unseen and unsatisfied. And sometimes it can even feel as if your accolade is more about them than you. It's almost as if um, they're somehow making it their own accolade by saying things like, "Oh gosh, yes, I always knew that you should do that," or "I'm so glad I encouraged you in this," or "Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, um, you know, uh, us women in the family, that's one of our abilities," or something along those lines. In other words, it's like as soon as you share it, they try to somehow snatch the attention away from your victory and somehow muzzle themselves into it, kind of infiltrate it so that they become part of that success or that good news. Now, on the other hand, they might not be full of praise. You might get an apathetic response. Now, that's the thing. You see, you come to share your news, whether it's good or bad, and you're unsure of what the response is going to be. And I think that is the anxiety that rises up. So, one of the ways they may respond is with apathy. So, you might share something like, "Gosh, do you know, I've managed to finally get that document sent. I feel so good about it, and that means the ball's going to get moving now." And they might say something like, "Oh," or "Oh, nice, yeah, good." And that can sort of put you on in the spot where you're sort of like, oh, maybe I need to explain this more clearly. And you may find yourself trying to explain it a bit more so that you get the natural response that somebody would give. So, well done, or congratulations, or that's fantastic. You're looking for an authentic response, but you're not getting it. So you might find yourself trying to explain to them why you're feeling proud about yourself, why you're happy, almost saying you justifying it in some way. And of course, this is exactly what they're wanting you to do. This is supply, because they're once again snatching it from you. They're snatching your good news away from you, and infiltrating it, and in some way robbing you of it. Now, that's the narcissistic parent. Now, when sharing good or bad news with, well, let's say good news for now, with another member of the family, let's say your siblings, that's another different kettle of fish. There may be a sense that you sharing any good news with a sibling evokes a narcissistic injury in them, and they look upon it as you trying to compete with them, trying to one-up them, trying to dominate or outshine them, and they take it as a personal threat or personal attack. So you may experience them saying, "Oh, that's great. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, excellent." But then silence. And you may pick up sort of, there's a bit of cognitive dissonance between what they're saying and how they're appearing. You may kind of experience sort of an energy of resentment or some kind of rage that's sort of trying to be hidden behind these words of encouragement. And your gut may pick up on that dissonance. And as a result, you may actually hold yourself back from sharing anything good with siblings, or when you do share it, you may kind of minimize it, keep it small, so that you don't elicit a resentful response. Okay. Now, if we look at bad news, sharing bad news with your narcissistic parent or family, it may feel a bit safer to do, strangely. It's as if others will be more comfortable with it in the family, and somehow it makes them all feel safe, around you, and perhaps you feel a bit more safe. The narcissistic parent may be sort of a little bit patronizing in this instance, and use infantilization, like, "Oh my gosh, didn't you think to do this for that?" Or, "Oh, that's terrible. Oh my goodness, what were you thinking of?" Or, it will be used to sort of bring you right down. But there may also be sort of a childish response in another way, that's sort of like, "Well, oh, well, they're just jealous of you, or they're just this," but there's no real ability to sort of respond in a mature way. Other siblings may express their pity, but it rarely goes beyond that, because they quite like seeing you fall, seeing you less than them. It gives everybody in the family a bit of a confidence boost in some ways, by your lack of success. So you may find yourself psyching yourself up to share any news with family, in order to keep yourself safe and to hide any vulnerabilities that you may have, because you know that weaknesses are supply to them, and weaknesses are in sharing any information with them, be that good or bad news. Those make you vulnerable. So in a nutshell, when you have a narcissistic family of origin, you will be apprehensive about sharing both good or bad news, and rightly so, because ultimately, if you do, it will be used to control, demean, or destroy you and destroy your confidence. So unfortunately, it's best not to share either victories or weaknesses or failures with your narcissistic family. And if you do have to, then to keep it very, very minimal information, and not to show any much emotion yourself, and not to look for validation from them, because you won't get it. I hope that was helpful, everybody. Just to flag up, I've got an online hypnotherapy group, hypnotherapy, that I'm running for 3 Sundays in October. All the information is on my website, www.delightinyou.com. It's going to be so powerful, and it's going to really reconnect you with your authentic self, which is what happened, which is what is severed when we come from a narcissistic family system. Okay, everybody, have a lovely weekend, and see you next week. And I'll be wearing my makeup again. Can't wait. Take care. Bye now.